Ha ha! Hello, 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 all of my fabulous, beautiful people, and how are you all doing today? I hope that you're all doing fabulously, amazingly well. I am having a fantastic day. It's a little cooler here, a little bit rainy, but I am still having a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope that you are too. I have been laughing so much over the last few days that my stomach is sore. I do not think I can possibly laugh any harder at the random bizarre attempts at I don't really know what's going on. I feel like everyone flipped the fuck out on the internet because my husband and I were celebrating our birthdays, and that's apparently bad. I mean, a happy family having a birthday week is apparently like a bad thing, I guess. So everyone was getting very, very, very mad. We had Bells of Nevermore release a video in which she claimed that she knew more about being the mother of a daughter on the autism spectrum than any of us or any child psychologist. She must have gotten her degree from the same place that Dr. Auntie Jessie Pearl Labrie did, from the Google PhD mill. So that was interesting. It's interesting when people, well, see, first I said she held on to the video for a few years, but then she reminded all of us that since there was nothing wrong with the video, I kept the video on YouTube because there was nothing wrong with the video and there was nothing to cover or hide in it. So it was cute of her, though, to come out on my husband's birthday, all jealous and upset that we have a good family. It even started off all, Queen says she and her family are happy, but I am going to prove now, right now in this video, that her and her husband can't be having a good birthday week. She's not really happy. And then she did a whole video where she got mad at me because my daughter was on camera. Then she got mad at me for hogging the camera and not putting my daughter on the camera more. Anyway, that was a fun time. I laughed pretty hard at that one, along with the group of us. It was good. We finally got through it. Thank God. Thank God for that. And then we got to the end of it, in which she decided to tell everybody that apparently I'm a battered woman, guys. Yes, the story has changed. It is no longer that I am the narc abuser who abuses my family and I may have murdered my husband and buried him under the floorboards. No, no, no. Now the story has completely changed. Now, actually, my husband is an abuser. And for the last 10 years, he's been abusing me, killing cats, killing hamsters, abusing my daughter. And remember, according to these people, I play victim. I guess I just somehow, in the last 4 years, forgot to mention to everyone that I'm actually a victim of domestic violence, like right now. I guess in all of my victim playing, I somehow forgot to mention the thing that would have given me complete victim status. I guess that must have been, an oversight by me because I'm like retarded or something and I can't think for myself and I need me a group of people on the interwebs to tell me how to behave. I can't think for myself. Oh, that's what they think. They like to say that all of the people, even close to being on the autism spectrum, is obviously very, very dumb and needs to be babysat on the internet. So I guess since I'm so dumb and need to be babysat on the internet, I didn't have my babysitter remind me to play a domestic violence victim. So Warhammer then had done a stream where he was reiterating everything Belle says. Because that's how all these people work. None of them do research. None of them actually talk to. Like, it was funny, actually, in my Discord just now. The devil's advocate, Spurg, was like, what's funny is no one ever asked to come talk about me, and I was the first person that ever covered Queen on the whole platform. No one ever cares to ask me for my story and why I did that or anything. They go to Belle's, they go to Suit, they go to Valkyrie, and all these people that want to play victims, but they don't go to the person that didn't have an argument with you and ended up covering you and the very first person. Just think about that for a second. Why would that be? Why would that be? Because then it ruins the whole narrative. They can't continue their narrative on, right? Because the narrative was supposed to be that I was like big, bad, and evil, and I go around here attacking everybody on the YouTubes. So I'm kind of confused now because now I'm a victim of domestic violence. So am I like going around as this poor like the domestic violence victim, just like going around doxing and swatting and threatening people? And then the funny thing is, you have to remember, this has been 4 years of these people on my tail, covering everything I do, A-logging everything I do, putting them in threads, having a subreddit. They got their little Google Drive. And the people at Kiwi Farms also warned everyone, don't click on Google Drives provided by this group of people. Tragic's over there. We got the Plate Gang people, the Forge Gang people got something to do with this. Careful clicking on that. Me warning you now apparently means I'm the one with a link that puts CP on your computer. That's how Carrie's community is now trying to spin this. I warned everyone, don't click on this Google Drive link. You cannot trust it. People are telling me they have proof that some people be grimy out here with these links. And they're the very people that made my Google Drive. So be careful. And they were like, the rumor has it that Queen of Spain has a drive link that will put CP on your computer. I'm like, did I make my own Google Drive then? Is that what I made it myself? Put CP with the link? and then told all of you to pass it around to have me canceled. I mean, if you believe Rocket on Onion Farms, they got a whole fake account of me over there, and I apparently posted myself on the site. So maybe that is what happened, guys. I mean, I'm having a hard time keeping track of like what I do out here with my apparent DID and stuff. You know, I must have 50 different personalities or something. I just don't remember anything. I mean, I even forgot to play a domestic violence victim for the last 4 years. Apparently getting beat up in my house every day, and then I forget to tell people while I'm trying to play victim. Shame on me. How dare I? So these people are then, if that's true, think about it like this. So this group of people now claims that this whole time they've thought that I'm being abused and that my daughter's being abused. So to help us out, if you will, they decided that instead of calling the cops and CAS and reporting abuse that was actually going on, they would call cops at CAS and do things like call them at 12 a.m. to come to our house to say that that like our daughter's in danger. We're doing stuff to put her in danger. Or call CPS and tell them that we're selling our daughter over Instagram to men for money instead of just telling them that she's a little girl who's a victim of her dad, apparently. I mean, you guys claim that you've been holding on to this proof for 4 years. And then you say, oh, well, see, we had all the reason to make these calls because we had all of this proof. But again, it doesn't make any sense. So with Warhammer frantically freaking out all over the internet with Bells of Nevermore and all these people that are freaking out all over I guess I don't care anymore and everyone's really upset. I'm supposed to be like a wreck or triggered or something out here. Having a big personality just to them means you're triggered all the time. When you write a lot of words, you know, low IQs over there, so they don't understand that people can write paragraphs in a calm manner. They don't have to be angry to do so. These people would read a novel and scream it the entire time. They would be like, I don't understand why this author is screaming on all fucking 600 pages of Lord of the Rings. Like, I just don't get it. Why didn't he just write 150 characters and call it a book, you know? It's really sad. They must only read stuff that like a Drastio would put out. That's a good type of book for them. They should just stick to reading those and buying the books from Bells of Nevermore and Heather Stewart. They should stick to that. So they've been like flailing all around, trying to come up with all of this hoo-ha. I don't know. I have barely been home in the last few days. I was out celebrating birthdays, going to school meetings, doing all this stuff. Apparently, I'm in streams while I'm out for dinner with family. Apparently, you know, I'm actually in live streams harassing Malice Black because that's what I'd be doing on my husband's birthday. You know, I'm in Malice's Black live stream. That's what I want to do. Woo, you know. So, like, even when I'm not around, they see me there. I don't have to do anything to these people. I've reached prime troll status where I can literally come on the internet and write a community post that just says, hello, and the whole internet will flip out for a whole 72 hours. It's a gift. It's a gift. I don't know who Sirius Pack is. Again, you're going to have to like elaborate. That was a friend of Bells of Nevermore and Draven in the Draven Discord. You guys were going to like make up some lie or something that I cheated on my husband with them. I guess you decided to scratch that and just go with her husband's abusive. We've been trying to save Queen from abuse for 4 years. She won't listen to us. That's why we used to do them 12-hour streams telling her husband to divorce her back in 2020, I'll tell you. It was because he'd been there abusing her. He'd been there abusing her and murdering them cats she's allergic to and can't own. One dumbass goes buys a cat, knowing it'd kill his wife. Guess he has to murder it after that, huh? Murdering hamsters? How dare a hamster with a 2-year life expectancy live for 4 years? Abusive. And I guess maybe he also murdered the bird, because Bella said my daughter murdered a bird, and then everyone got upset at her for like bringing my daughter into the drama for no reason. And then she went, oh no, it's the husband. The husband murders all the animals and beats her. Yeah, abusive husbands really would let their wives come on YouTube like I do and be on here as much as I am and speak my mind as much. Can't you all tell that I have a man here who is censoring me and controlling my every move and thought and everything I say? I'm very obviously being controlled and beaten. Controlled and beaten. So he's been flipping out. And in all of his flip outs, I was like, all right. So he's gone back and forth with myself. And he's also gone back and forth a lot with my penguin, Alistair Mycroft. And everyone really likes Mycroft around where I am, you know? So people were like, it would be great if one day you guys like talked about Warhammer together. So with all this flipping out that's been going on and the fact that we have probably about 30 streams worth of Warhammer isms, just pure Warhammer wigging out. He wigs out about everything. He wigs out about flat Earth. We got some of that. We got the dude burning flags on Nana's porch. We got the dude going off about how them damn races shouldn't be mixing them damn races and let's kill all the blacks, or I don't know, some racist bullshit that they do over there. Praise Allah, you know, whatever it is that DJ Keem dude says all the time. Islam, praise ISIS. I don't know, I have a hard time keeping up what gangs you people are a part of. So he's been going back and forth. So I made a stream for Saturday. All right, I made a stream for Saturday. And it was supposed to have me and Mycroft talking about Warhammer. That's all we know right now, okay? I didn't say what streams we were covering in the description. I didn't say we were going to be mean. I didn't say anything. I just said, come laugh. Come laugh at Warhammer, you know? He once said that he made videos so that people would be entertained and laugh at him and that none of them are serious. So you would think he would be okay with us doing a stream, especially after he and Bells of Nevermore had just spent like 3 days with a group of people nonstop talking about me and streaming about me and hooking up to claim I'm a fucking victim of domestic violence when there's actual women out there that are real victims that would need your help and your care. So it's sort of gross when you use that to try to like paint out someone's husband as being bad. Anyway, I'm not really sure what all that's about yet. I guess we'll figure that all out on Saturday. But in all of this, apparently we triggered these people so hard that now the new story is that Alistair Mycroft, see, Mycroft does some Comic-Con work, if you will, where he will dress up like characters, like Pikachu and the likes, and he will go. He will go, you know, and dress up and do little skits and whatnot. One of my close friends and Maud Shaw Thirst does that. That's one of the things she likes to do. I actually have quite a few friends that do the Comic Cons and do the dress up and all of that stuff. I don't do it. I'm not good at makeup or anything like that. Don't ask me to do a fucking costume up for you. I'm not good at that. I can do real good Photoshop work, but that's about it. So he does some of that. And because of that, apparently, according to Warhammer, that makes him a predator. Because he's a single man who's 25 years old. He enjoys movies that are made only for children to enjoy. So yeah, do you like to watch Disney movies? Guess what, bitch? Now you're a chomo. Congratulations. Welcome to Forge Gang and Plate Gang in the Bodega. All right, that's what happens over here. Talk about negative nation. So, since we're doing that stream on Saturday, Warhammer is now very, very worried. Now, the thing I should also let you know is that this stream, I told Mycroft, like, meet me at 7. And we go live at 7:15 on Saturday. PM. Okay? PM. It is a live stream on YouTube Saturday in the evening. Okay? And Warhammer's very worried because I am apparently going to be streaming with a child sex predator with my daughter in the same room. Because I would want to keep her awake with my live stream by streaming with Mycroft in her bedroom, I guess, or something. Or maybe they think my place is only one room. I have no other rooms. It's just one giant living room, kitchen, bedroom, bathroom area. That's all it is. Open concept. Open concept. So he literally just did a stream. It's a fun one because it literally says Beth Gibbons, which he keeps calling me Beth Gibbons. It's supposed to be a dox threat. That's how these people work. Hi, my name is Beth Gibbons. I live in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, 2861 Baycrest Drive. Bring me a coffee from the Tim Hortons across the street when you pop by, please. Thank you very much. That includes you too, Mellis Black. You can threaten me with all of my past information. You can threaten me with my docs all you want. You can threaten me with cops. You can threaten me with child services, sweethearts. I've already been through it. You created a monster, and that's going to be on you. Beth Gibbons plans to let a Twitter chomo co-stream Wtaf, spelled W-O-T-H, so not with, Wtaf, kid, O-M, the room. That's what it's called. I say we watch it. I'll have to stream from the bell.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with this. I want nothing.
It's funny that you don't want anything to do with some people laughing at your content, but you got no problem having something to do with a woman that writes fictional stories about child abuse, right? And then literally makes up a little girl getting abused by her father on his birthday because she's such a bitter, jealous woman and can't stand the fact that my husband and I didn't divorce. Like, I guess all of these people were supposed to, like, cause me and my husband's breakup in 2020, you know? And since it didn't happen, we're now very upset. You know, and several years later, we're celebrating birthday weeks. They're like, we can't have this. This is awful. So it's funny where Warhammer puts his foot down. He's like, I can't have those two people streaming on a Saturday night about me laughing at my content. But what I will do is I will lie about a guy abusing his wife and his daughter just out of spite and jealousy. It's like, weird hills here. I'm going to take a minute and say hello. Hello, Joe. You send me the rain, so it's you that I blame for this? Yes, the University of YouTube. And all these people claim that they're working on behalf of the farmers. Sweetheart, Play King's not on kiwi farms. You mean onion farms. Yeah, that's where all of the gay oppers went. So all the people that got kicked off kiwi farms for causing that site problems to the point where that site didn't want to deal with them anymore. Okay, all those losers formed their own little club and then went, We're going to go take down Josh Moon and his site over here. And they're on the Onion Farms. So Malice, Carrie, Warhammer, Niccolo, Bells, etc. Make sure you represent for the correct farms. And it's called Onion Farms because Onision's innocent, right? A lot of them ended up being anti-O rejects. That's how we got here, sweetie. It's called do your research. Know who you're talking about. Know who you're dealing with. Know the whole history. Know the whole sociology of all of the communities and how they all intertwine. You got to know all of that if you want to be out here talking about stuff like this. And I promise you, I might be one of the only people on this whole platform that actually knows it all.
Nothing at all to do with this stuff. So, this stream that's coming up in 3 days is going to be about me. It's going to have my face and my name attached to it. And I just want to make it really clear and very simple. I don't consent or condone this crap. Okay? Beth Gibbons.
Yeah, remember when you were all in Suit Yourselves community and RSN's community, and y'all were streaming about me 12 hours a day and making sex cartoons that involved my daughter being in a cage while you were all posting lolly in Discord and wanking off to it? I don't remember signing a consent form for me to be on anyone's streams. I also don't remember signing a consent form for a bunch of people from the To Catch a Predator community, such as Westmost, Clobbering Time, The Professor, and I'm So Kind of Bored, to all hook up to try to take down the big bad mean woman who spoke out about Hanson scams during the Onision case, because apparently, again, we ain't over this shit yet. And they need a Dateline episode to make them famous so badly, we gotta make up abuse victims. I guess Sabella wasn't a good enough one.
Coming up in 3 days is going to be about me. It's
Nope.
going to have my face and my name attached to it. And I just want to make it really clear and very simple. I don't consent or condone this crap. Okay? Beth.
Must have been bad if Kiwi Farms didn't want them. Well, they were the people that would touch the pill. They are the doxers and the swatters and the people that would try to use the site for their own personal gain and to rally up an army and etc. Not supposed to do that stuff over there.
Gibbons is letting a 25-year-old man that is single.
What does him have? So here's the funny thing. This is what's going on right now, even in Mycroft's DMs as we speak, is they are claiming that it is bizarre for Mycroft, who is a 25-year-old single male, okay, to stream about a topic with me, a now 37-year-old married woman. Okay, because get this, there is no reason for a man to ever want to speak to a woman unless it involves being able to fuck her. Okay? If the woman is married, you have no need for the bitch. There's no way she could ever be intelligent or have a talent or have something that maybe you'd like to talk to her about. No. She is now a dried up old married whore. And if she talks to you when you're a young single dude and you're not getting your dick wet, then you fail at life. Yeah, you're a big life failure. The only thing women are good for to these men is sex. That's it. That's all. They really don't understand. They're like, but why? Why would you even want to talk to a woman that has a husband? What is there? Like, man, as soon as I'm talking to a woman, even as friends, and she gets a boyfriend, I just tell her, I can't talk to you anymore. You now have a boyfriend. We can't even be friends. You're not sucking my dick. There's no chance you'll ever suck my dick now that you're married or got a boyfriend. And therefore, there's no reason for me to talk to you. No wonder why these guys can't get jobs. They can't be at a workplace. What if one of their coworkers is a married woman? I'm sorry, boss, I can't talk to her. She be a married woman, and my inceldom tells me here that if a woman has a man, there ain't no reason to talk to her. The only reason to talk to a woman is for sex or to have a relationship. That's all them there women are good for. I know she my supervisor, boss, but I can't talk to her. She'll be cheating if I say hello. Like, really now? Really? I know. I also stream with a 52-year-old single male about flat earthers. You should report that. And several women who are single have also streamed with me along with married women. Since apparently all that's relevant.
Come on and do a co-stream with her, and this guy puts pictures of little children on his Twitter.
No. Not a thing. Are you going to show us? Of course he's not. Why? Because this doesn't exist.
I'm not making this up. In fact,
You're not making up just like you weren't making up that you have pictures of me being abused. Your picture of me being abused is a picture that I posted to Instagram. And underneath it is my Instagram moniker. Because I wrote a caption that said, look at this. And then it continued on to talk about how my daughter had one of her first real temper tantrums and gave me a black eye with a toy. You've taken that, you guys in Bells took that, cut out just the picture with my Beth Queen of Spain moniker, which was my Instagram. I never had that name on Facebook, never had that name on Discord, never even had that name on YouTube here. It was only Instagram. Right? And you took that and you're passing around going, so your husband gave her a black eye. Right? Right? When have you ever bettered yourself? You know, when I spent about 10 years going in and out of 8 inpatient treatment programs, spent 3 years doing a drug addiction treatment and being on methadone when I got sober over 10 years ago. When I went to college for 2 years and then became a social service worker. Before I became disabled. I also like to think that being out here, you know, giving back. By helping people out of cults and scams. How many people have you helped retrieve money from a scam? How many people have you helped actually leave a domestic violence situation? Because remember, I'm apparently an abused woman. I mean, guys, this guy's telling me like I'm an awful mom. I won't better myself by taking my daughter and leaving with my child because they decided he was abusive. Right? I do have a job. I do work from home. Thank you very much. You can also get a part-time job from your computer, especially right now with COVID going on. You're just all very mad because I won't tell you where it is because I'm not a complete idiot. And I know the second that you ever found out, you would be calling that place up just like you guys called my husband's work at his last workplace. All upset. being the mom of a special needs child is a job. It gets she doesn't have to get a second one. Yeah. These people wouldn't understand that though. Right? They don't understand the fact that my daughter was only able to do 2 or 3 hours of school a day up until this year because of her disabilities, right? But I don't like to go into all of that because it's none of these people's business. I never said I was a STEM cat. You can still enjoy my father has a PhD in chemistry. You can still enjoy STEM science and be interested in science without going for a PhD in it. They're very angry with me that I speak out against pseudoscience and the flat earth. They're like, she's not a STEM woman. She doesn't have a PhD in chemistry, so she can't say that tarot card readings aren't real. Yeah, you are here at my sufferance. Lots of single mothers, especially these children, have jobs. I'm not a single mother. And I have a job. I just don't have to leave my house for it. And you make you're very upset over that, I guess. You guys get upset at the fact that I have a very easygoing, happy life over here with my family. STEM came out in 2001, and I started high school in the year 2000 and went to college in 2004. So what are you talking about, moron? You obviously don't know what it means when someone says that they're into STEM, not pseudoscience.
I actually wish that I was, but the horrendous.
I really do hope that some of you guys can learn to go and do research before you open your mouth soon.
Truth is that
I'm very upset.
There's been some issues in the past with this person, and he's got some. I don't know what his record is, but.
You don't know what his record is, but.
If I ever find his full docs, I'll probably look up his.
Sweetheart, I'm not out here trying to prove that I'm better or smarter than anyone else. You're all the ones that feel this immense need to prove your worth is so much better than mine. Don't forget what side you are.
Criminal record, but.
There is no criminal record of any significance. And since you're not the one who's streaming with him, and you're not the one with the child, you know, I never said I was a STEM kid. Like, yeah, I said I was born by STEM, guys. That's what I said. You should definitely have Belle's post proof. Belle's have never more the LOL cow. This is just like when you guys all joined forces to stick up for RSN, the LOL cow. I understand that you guys get off on sticking up for the LOL cows and like running around claiming that the people that cover them are like bullies and stuff. But I don't understand then why you're even around people that cover Shanny or cover scammers that are cows. Why are you even watching Carrie or Malice Black? Like, I don't understand that then. You know? It's kind of sad to me. Ken says, I'm a test tube baby. Why would I have to lie about that? Yeah, and I'm also lying about not being a domestic violence victim. Remember, guys, I am a poor victim. My husband apparently beats me and my daughter. So the fact that you're here being mean to me, sweetheart, you have to actually be a LOL cow on a site and not cover topics in order to be a LOL cow. You and Carrie have to learn that a LOL cow is not just someone you don't like on the internet. You people with like Carrie and Negs and CJ, you guys gotta stop that shit. That's not what makes LOL Cow. Oh my god, imagine coming over to the people that are from the original Quickie site to call them a LOL Cow and claim that they're like, I just can't even. Go off. Go off.
Alistair
Yes, I
Mycroft
did
has
start.
pictures of underage minors on his Twitter, and he also favorites and shares movies that are intentionally made for kids.
Movies that are intentionally made for kids. You know what? The other day, we had a Disney movie, like movie night in the Discord where we watched Robin Hood. Is that considered a movie intentionally made for kids? So if me and my daughter are watching a movie together, for example, and it's a movie made for her and I'm also enjoying it, then that means that then I'm all of a sudden a predator. Us parents better be sitting there during our kids' movies going, this is the shittiest movie I've ever seen in my life. Otherwise, we all must be problems. Are we
And he
glad,
watches
guys?
that.
Hey, parents, are we glad that we have people that have never had kids and will never have kids? That's why they're bitter. Like Bells of Nevermore and Warhammer and etc. to tell us how to raise our children. Parents love it when people that don't have children or work in a field involving having the education on children and how to deal with children properly when you give us advice. You should do this more often with me so that you can really get all the parents online on board. Because I bet you all the parents on the internet watch you guys and they go, you know what? I wish I had childless people to tell me how to parent too. I mean, you guys are doing a really great job, waking me up and making me self aware and I guess want to leave my abusive husband.
He watches movies that little really small kids watch,
Sweetheart, nobody cares.
and he dresses.
Like, I've never had a reason to lie. I don't have a narrative out here. I came out here and started making videos about multi-level marketing companies, scams, and cults. You're the ones that said that I had to be taken off the internet because I was such a fucking danger or whatever. And then you're the ones that have to provide the evidence to prove that. You claim you already did, but then I ignore you, and then you get mad and you get all upset because it's our birthday week or something. I mean, what do you expect us to do? We're just going to laugh at you.
Up has a Pikachu.
Guys, he dressed up as a Pikachu. He dressed up as a Pikachu. Literally. Oh my god, we gotta cancel the man. If you're an adult and you do cosplays, obviously you're a predator. Yep. Forge Gang over here, they're gonna come and shut you down with Bells, who's also a part of Plate Gang. I'm not really sure how that works, Bells. Bells is everywhere right now. There's a lot of her to go around. Don't worry. She won't spread thin at all. Don't worry. But she's just everywhere. She's like on Westmo streams with Bad Boy Tragic, playing my victim. And then like the next day, she's like talking Warhammer and just spurging out on me for an hour about how I need to leave my husband. And then the next day, she's convincing Malice Black that I'm Jeremy's mom, Paula, and that I'm after Emma, or like some bullshit. We're having fun.
Which is a character from a children's cartoon show.
Fat shaming. That's cool. I don't know. You guys do it to me. You call me Methy Bethy because I'm not fat. You guys say that like me and Owl are on meth because we're skinny women, so don't even.
A G-rated cartoon show for...
You gotta be fat to get along with you people. Anyone that's not fat is on meth. We've seen your women's. Don't worry, we've seen them.
For underage children. So, considering his behavior...
We all have seen what Rocket looks like, okay?
And the fact that Alistair Mycroft actually wants
Bells,
to go on a stream with a person that has...
DC Media Girl. I'm sorry, should I have the body more like DC Media Girl? No, that's not, you can't just make up people are on meth. We say you're on meth because you have a personality and you're not boring like Carrie. You don't just sit here and go, yeah. I told you guys that I have a very severe calcium deficiency and problem with my bones. And again, I'm supposed to be, Adderall's illegal here. I'm in Canada. Okay, they don't pass out drugs like that here. You're so cute. It's called having a personality. I'm sorry. I'll try to be more like Carrie. I'm sorry. Here. I'll try to be more like Carrie and do a reaction like you actually want.
A 10-year-old daughter.
Wow.
And you bet that the 10-year-old daughter is going to be in the same room with Beth Gibbons when she...
What 10-year-old daughter? Since when did my daughter gain 2 years in her life? Now she's 10? I just want to know how I missed out on the whole year she was 9. I mean, she's about to turn 9 in September. Can we slow down a little bit? Slow down a little bit? Why would my daughter be in the room with me when I'm talking about someone like you on the internet?
He's streaming with this chomo.
Again, no proof that he's a chomo, but as we all know, to this group of people, anyone that isn't in their group kissing their ass has to be a chomo. Or like a bully, or a doxer swatter, or whatever else they want to say. Apparently a wife abuser.
This Twitter chomo. And
Oh no, we hate Carrie. Oh, Carrie. Malice Black and her people hate you. Look. They're saying they hate you, sweetheart. Always told you. Always told you. Be careful who you surround yourself with. There you go, surrounding yourself with more hateful bitches. I warned you, girl. Don't say I didn't warn you.
I just have to say to myself, this has gone too far.
Oh, so you're saying that somebody that has a mental health disorder or disability that needs medication then means that they're insane and that they can't be a productive member to their community? Do you realize that 3/4 of those productive members of your community are that way due to medication? The medication shaming's cute. But guys, Bells is on medication. Oh my God! She claims to have the exact same mental health disorder as me. Complex post-traumatic stress disorder from childhood sexual abuse. She says she has it from the war, though, because she fought in the Marines at Desert Storm. True story, she really did, guys. She shot someone there. Yeah, and then she dove into the water over there on Desert Storm.
I'm not trying to judge any...
Sweetie, the only people that are against me are your group. With your little boy members. There's only one group of people against me. We've seen you in the chats. You're cute.
Anything about it, but I think it's really sickening that you would actually try to get into a call with someone like Alistair Mycroft, who has pictures of underage children on his Twitter feed, and you're going to let something like that go into the voice call with your daughter in the same room?
Again, why would my daughter be in the same room? It's good to know that whenever Valkyrie or any of you guys with kids over there stream, that you're all doing it with your kids in the same room. I mean, it's really good to know. I think people need to be aware that Rachella is streaming with her kid in the room and that Valkyrie streams with her kid in the room. Heartbeats Vanity, obviously, then is streaming with her kid in the room. That means Matt and Nags are streaming. They got their kids in the room. I mean, don't you know that you can't do a live stream on YouTube unless your daughter is in the room with you?
Now, if they do the stream
Especially late at night, too, by the way. All kids stay up until midnight.
together and the daughter is not there,
What is my point? What's my point? We're here to laugh at the points you try to make about me. I think it's hilarious. You guys have made up like this whole like fantasy where first I like was this big abuser and I murdered my husband and I buried him under the floorboards. But now actually he's the abuser and he's abusing us and attacking us and murdering fucking animals and shit. Yeah, Belle streams with her cats in the room. That's cat abuse. That's cat abuse.
you know, then it's not an issue. But if the disabled child,
Why do you have to keep referring to my kid as a disabled child? Why can't she just be my daughter? Oh, that's right. You guys are bigots. I forgot.
is in the same room and you can hear the kid while Alistair is talking, that to me is just disgusting.
Again, though, we have no proof that Alistair is a danger to children. Besides, he likes movies that are apparently made for kids, right? Okay. He likes those movies. I know you're a little slow, sweetheart. I mean, you're trying to trigger me with some name like unsigned adoption papers. I think that's supposed to be either a play on the fact I am adopted, along with several of my friends that I know out here. So they also don't appreciate that. Or you're trying to like threaten that my kid's gonna be like put up for adoption. Because these people seem to think that if they call CAS on me enough, they're just gonna take her. Like, it doesn't matter what's actually going on in my home and the fact that she has a very loving house. I don't have Facebook or Instagram, so neither do I. Look at that. Problem solved 2 years ago. Why are you here? Look at you projecting. Projecting what? Projecting? What am I projecting? You're the ones that have made up all these stories, not me, okay? I'm not the one sitting out here that's going, Bells of Nevermore is murdering her husband and burying him under the floorboards. You literally did that. I know. They think I'm making it up. Sometimes you guys are annoying, though. Okay, fine. Oh my God, you can trigger a woman with a trauma disorder. Wow, who's apparently a victim of domestic abuse at this very moment, by the way. According to you guys. That's your made up story about me. So to prove you're all nice people, you want to come into the chat of an apparent crazy woman who is being abused and apparently off of her meds to bully her. And that's supposed to show everyone that you're all stand-up great people who are just trying to help. Well, then can you please let her know that we have been trying to find her on the database and we cannot find her. We cannot find her. What half-naked picture? And how was she naked? You do realize that a baby with no top on is not porn, right? I understand that I had to explain to you guys that lolicon is porn and illegal in Australia because yous were all wanking to it. Right? Right? So it was out here sharing lolicon, and you guys were talking about how CP is okay because it doesn't harm children. Right? Remember that? Seem to forget all that.
It's one thing that Beth has lied about.
What about people that make up fantasies about cats and children being abused? Right? Your husband's gonna leave you. I really don't think so. You're funny. Lay off the tweak because we're laughing at you. Why does Queen sell pictures of her children to men on the internet? I don't. Again, another made up lie.
Her husband.
You're now that this is proving people right about me. Me laughing at this stream is proving people right about me. All right, then.
Using her and hitting on her.
Is this just like how I was apparently harassing Bells on Twatter last year, even though I lost my Twatter on February 15th, 2020? It was Devil's Advocate that took it down. Devil's Advocate in my chat here was the first person to cover me on this platform. He took down my Twatter. He's the one that took it down. I have him tell you it was the day after Valentine's Day too that year if you want. But somehow you guys have a bunch of tweets from me after that. Once again, your group is known for making false evidence. You did it in the case with Harvard Chickie. I do not know Omegon. I don't even know who that is. How would I get Omegon's docs? Show me those SS. Because that's another made-up lie. That's just like how I dogs Bells of Nevermore, but she fucking published a book in her real name. And then gets all tough and says to Niece Lone Wolf, well, I'm tough because I came out here in my real name. Like, it's hilarious, the stuff you make up about me. And then when we literally try to laugh at you, you guys get triggered and then you make up more stuff. So then we laugh at that. And then you keep going. And I think it's hilarious. Like, we're literally at a point where we went from my husband was buried under the floorboards to now him being the abuser and he's beating me. And I better leave him right now or he's going to leave me because I'm on meth, I guess, according to the chat here. I don't know. We're just very upset that, how come me and my husband won't break up, damn it? Why? Why we gotta hurt everyone on YouTube like this and keep our family together for? So selfish of us. We're awful.
Beating her and being abusive to her and her kid and her.
See? My husband's apparently being abusive to me and my kid. Yeah. They have so much proof of that.
Being abusive to her kid as well. But it's a whole nother ball game to let a chomo who watches underage movies for...
So yeah, Alistair, you're a chomo because you watch underage movies. Now, he said it like that on purpose. Okay? Said it like that on purpose. He wants people to hear that and go, oh, underage movies. That must mean movies of underagers. Like porn or something. Like CP. Because that's how these people are. They try to be tricky with you, right? But that's not what he means. He means he likes Pokemon. And maybe to watch the odd Disney movie here and there. A cartoon movie here and there. Right? And that's supposed to mean. That is supposed to mean that he's a chomo. I'm like, well, that's kind of sad. It's sad to me that Warhammer here will never again be able to fap to one of the Disney princesses without being a chomo. Played yourself there, bud. You played yourself.
Little children and who puts up pictures of minors and kids on his Twitter is going to actually go.
What is a whataboutism? You're literally saying it on this stream. Queen's making fun of us that we made up that her family's being abused by her husband. And it's a whataboutisms. Whataboutism? What about what? What are you going to do when it comes out that, you're actually the abuser in your home? Don't most of you have didn't like Tragic's girl walk out on him, take the kids? Where's Dark Ninja's kid at? This is what I mean. All of you seem to have had families that broke up. Arsene lost his girl, his kids. Wes lost his son, his wife, that he then turned around and said was a meth head after he tried to move a severely mentally ill woman to be a babysitter for his kid into his home. Yeah, you got groups of people on here accusing everyone of CP. Maybe it's a Freudian slip on them. Well, it's funny because they are the ones that are all hanging out with people like Corey Barnhill and people that are actually know it. Or people that have actually been called out for way worse. Aw, they're so sad. Isn't that yeah. Yeah, well, of course they would use those tactics. After all, they all really, really love Trump.
Oh, and is actually going to be in a Discord call with the kid in the room. Okay.
Why? I really do want to know. Why are you so obsessed with my kid? Oh, yeah. It's weird. It's bizarre. If this was next kid, you wouldn't be saying this. That would make you a chomo. This was Tragic's or Dark Ninja's kid, and you wouldn't be saying this. Because then that would make you a chomo. I guess it's only my kid we're allowed to talk about out here. Right? We're allowed to talk about my kid, make up sexual fantasies about her, make up straight up abuse fantasies about her, claim that you've seen her naked and shit, claim that you have a collection of child porn of her, and that's all okay, guys. And it's not sus at all. People that watch Disney movies, though, as an adult, they're definitely chomos. We got to stop them.
Okay. And they're going to be talking about me, and you bet that they're going to be, playing fucking clips of me that are out of context where they will.
Never once done that before. That's what you do to me. Is that why you're nervous? Are you nervous because you try to clip me so that it sounds like I'm saying something I'm not? Yeah, sweetie, no, that's your bitch ass move. And your little coward move. That's what you all have to do. I don't have to do shit to any of you. All I have to do is celebrate mine and my husband's birthday. And apparently all of you flip out and give us content for years. Years to come, we got content.
Claim that I sound like
we can scream about these people every single day for the next 6 years and still not run out of that here content.
Chomo.
I still got the 12-hour-long streams from Suit. We've never actually gone through those. I mean, if Bells and you guys really want to start this all up again, we can, Bells. Because ain't no one talked about you over here for months. But you're all, of course, going all around. You and Draven are going all around trying to start shit. something about Renee and blah blah. No one gives a fuck about Renee. Go take up your shit. Draven, you gotta go take up your shit in terms of whether or not you screamed at or beat Renee's kid with your fucking wife. All right, and stop blaming other people because Carrie screenshotted that fucking shit off of Twitter and then covered it with Coctopus. If you didn't notice, a lot of people left them at that time.
And I gotta say that this is too far, man. Like, I don't condone this stuff.
You don't condone making videos about people on the internet? Funny you say that after you just spent several days making several streams about people on the internet.
Condone this behavior, and I don't want nothing to do with it.
That farmers are all
Okay? I don't want children to get hurt. And this is what's, this is to me where things are going. The more that I look into this stuff, like, the more I'm seeing a child, an innocent child that is not fully developed, getting closer and closer to the presence of a pedophile.
I'll make an account
of a real-life pedophile, Alistair Mike.
Everybody, I live in a neighborhood called Harrogate here in Ottawa, Ontario. Beth Gibbons, still waiting for Roxo to come beat my head in with a baseball bat, whenever he decides to come. I've given you my address. At this point, if you don't show up soon, I'm going to call it a fucking, you threw it in the towel. Then Queen wins.
Croft.
And then I gotta also I'm not only own Dark Ninja and Bad Boy Tragic and Negs, but then I also have to own you people. Fucking, I don't want that.
And probably other pedophiles.
I want to run plate games
that she talks to as well.
Oh, now I talk to other pedophiles. Yes, we're all just a bunch of pedos over here. Damn it, you caught us. Lord, whatever are we gonna do? Are you going to call the cops again and tell them that I'm selling my daughter on the internet? Oh, no. Are you going to call CAS again and tell them that we have CP of my kid on Facebook? Oh, no. You already did all this and it failed. So now you're just screaming into an abyss on live streams?
And maybe Beth Gibbons doesn't know that Alistair Mycroft has pictures of kids on his Twitter.
You literally saved pictures of my kid when she was a baby in a diaper into a Google Drive. You all have spent 4 years collecting pictures of people's kids. Oh yeah, if you're in a Discord with any of these people, any of them or anyone adjacent, you ever share a picture of your family, they've downloaded it. These people keep file folders of people. That's why if you're going to be a mod of someone like these people, you got to give up your personal information to them. Sound familiar, eh, Malice Black? They all work the same. Nothing that these people are doing is new. And those of us that have been out here for a while, especially through these last few years, have already seen it all before and have done it all before to us. So now you hit a problem, sweethearts. Because now the crazy bitch who apparently isn't on her meds and is high on meth every day ain't scared of shit. You can't touch her. You can't get the cops here. You can't get CAS here. You can't do a thing to even make my little heart flutter more than I want it to. You have zero power and you have zero control. I have to literally fake passion right now, so that I can at least be entertaining. Because if I'm going to rant, I'm going to be fucking entertaining as fuck, okay? I'm going to go Vince Vaughn myself out. So what are you going to do now when none of your threats work? What are you going to do now when you've already blasted everything about me all over the place and I don't give a fuck if anyone else sees it ever again? What are you going to do when you're all the ones that have things to hide and I have literally already been exposed all over the place? What are you going to do now? Seems that you put yourselves in quite a pickle, huh? Quite a pickle. Hey? I mean, seriously, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do to shut me up now? How are you ever going to stop me from speaking out about all of your people's deplorable behavior now? Guess you're gonna have to send Roxo here with that fucking baseball bat real quick, huh, bruh?
Maybe she doesn't know that, and fair enough, but, you know, I'm not going to say that she shouldn't do the fucking stream. She can do whatever she wants, and Alistair can be a weirdo all that he wants, but...
Remember, if you watch a Disney movie, according to these people, you're a chomo.
Like, keep kids out of it.
Yeah, keep my kid out of it. So you want to maybe explain why you decided to, with Belle's, make up an entire lie and a big story about how my kid's apparently being abused by her father? You know, since you want to keep kids out of it and everything, huh? You know what you should do definitely to a family that's apparently being abused by the man of the house and there's a minor in the home? You should totally call cops and CAS falsely to their home nonstop for like 4 years straight and cover them and try to make their spouse angry as much as possible. Then hopefully the bitch and her daughter will actually get murdered. And then you'll have something to really cover on YouTube, guys. It's a shame. I know it's a shame that Onision never actually got to kill Shiloh. I knew a lot of you were really hoping for that and everything. So I'm really sorry that that didn't happen and that you didn't get famous off the Dateline. This might not work either, but you guys keep trying. And maybe the next people that you fuck with, you actually will be able to cause a murder. And then you guys will make it onto Dateline with Hanson. Woo! Yeah! That's what it's all for. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Isn't it, boys? Good job. Good job. Keep doing you, baby.
Keep the children out of this, dude. Okay, like, YouTube should be doing something about this. Like, YouTube, Google, they don't care about this stuff.
Kid out of it. You keep Queen's kid out of it.
Dude, more importantly,
they do sex cartoons for kid. They do.
It's gonna happen. Like, the kid's gonna be in the room.
Out of it. We're gonna.
You'll hear the kid in the background on her end,
make up that kid,
and she'll be talking to Alistair, and it's just gonna be as weird as fuck.
We need to talk about the kid for view.
And it's like, dude, I'm not signing up for this shit. Okay, my fucking name and my face is in the stream, but like, I'm telling you, I don't agree with this shit. I am not up to supporting this crap, dude. I don't like children being put in harm's way, and, you know, I'm not pushing an agenda. I'm speaking my own mind about it, okay? There's even points about it that I disagree with Bells of Nevermore on. Like, I'm just speaking my mind about it. Like, I'm not signing up. I didn't sign up for this. I don't condone this degenerate behavior.
Yeah, actually,
this is...
That is literally what you signed up for. You and your little friends have dedicated 4 years of your life. 4 years now of your lives obsessing over me and my family because we are like the coolest family in the world. I really can't blame them. Like, they even got Auntie Dr. Jessie to put my face on a poster so that they could give me a kiss on their wall before they go to bed at night. It's so cute.
Sick predator shit. Alistair Mycroft, if he does go on the stream with a child in the room, then the guy...
Oh, sweetie. It's just people that are disabled like yourself that get adopted as an adult. Also, is this supposed to upset me? It's so cute to think that if these people were adopted, that me making an account like this would make their whole lives fall apart. Because remember, whatever they're doing to me, they do because it's something that would apparently bother them, right?
I is a diddler.
They're like, do you know what would really get her? If we go and we make an account called Little Orphan Bethy. Because she was adopted. And she just turned 37 years old, so she's obviously not over it yet. You know? I just got 2 sets of parents. It's pretty cool. Being adopted is awesome.
The guy is literally a diddler, a child diddler, dude.
You can't say that. Again, where's the proof? Are you going to show me a child sex registry with his name on it? It's funny because when we show you a voice recording of one of your friends talking about how they love Lolly, or it was okay for them to post Lolly or something, you go, oh, no, that's not proof. But then the proof you provide to me that this guy's apparently a chomo is that he does some cosplay as Pikachu and watches Disney movies. Like, really? You know?
I don't care what anybody says. As far as I'm concerned, he's a child diddler if he does go on the stream with the kid in the room talking in the background.
So this has already occurred? Oh my god. Guys, he must have read some tarot with bells. And apparently on Saturday, while Alistair is on my stream, you're going to hear my daughter talking in the background. Because, you know, us starting the stream at 7:15 p.m., it's not like my kid would be getting ready for bed. See, this is why it's a good thing none of these people are parents. They don't understand that usually you would put a kid the same age as mine to bed at around that time. She goes to bed. She's in her room by 8. So we're doing the bed routine and stuff. Which my husband, being an amazing father that he is, doesn't mind taking over for me if I'm doing a stream one night. He used to do it all the time while I was streaming with the recovering Hunbot. Is that a problem? Does that make me a bad mom? Because sometimes my husband bathes my daughter and gets her ready for bed instead of me? Oh my god. I must be the worst mom in the world. How abusive of him. How dare he? How dare he? But he's a growing man and she's a little girl. Oh my god, he helps her bathe. He must be a chobo. Like, you really do need to go get some help for yourselves. That way of thinking must be so exhausting and so stressful. So stressful. I can't imagine living being you. I really can't. Like, imagine waking up every single day. Like, imagine if me, how I was trolling you guys as you, imagine if that was actually who I was. Imagine if I actually did wake up every day thinking that every single person that looked at my daughter was a chomo. Like, I'm walking down the fucking road with her. We're on our way to school and some guy just looks at her and I'm like, you just looked at her! You're a predator! I gotta go and cover you! And just like went nuts. Because that's apparently how I'm supposed to be living my life. Every time you post a picture up of your child somewhere or send it to a friend, you're supposed to be going, man, I really hope that no predators get a hold of this. Like, these people just live with predator constantly on their brain. Constantly. Everybody's a predator. You're a predator. That person over there is a predator. Even the kid over there is probably a predator. Everyone's a predator. Except for the actual predators. They're cool, though, you know. Or Ascend and Anision, they're innocent and shit.
It's literally what it is. What it is, dude.
It is what it is.
I'm calling it for what it is.
This is how a lolcow copes and sees when they're having their very first stream collab made. Warhammer's never had 2 people get together to stream about him before, apparently. And according to him, that's the end of the world. So, like, I apparently should have been dead years ago or something, because, boy, I've had a lot of streams about me.
These people are
Especially since everyone's doing all these streams about me. Well, I am just a poor old battered woman over here, unable to stick up for myself, unable to have a voice. I'm obviously suffering in silence and being abused every day.
child diddlers. What's up, Goat Core?
Yeah, there are laws regarding slander and libel, but a lot of the people live in different states, and I'm also in Canada, so a lot of them believe that since I'm in Canada and they're in the USA, then that means that they can just say whatever they want. And they'll be the ones that'll take you to court, by the way. Like, that's what they're doing to people right now, actually. This is the same group as Tragic, Nags, all right? Tragic is close with Rocket and the Plate Gang in that. Dark Ninja, right now, is hanging around with Bells and Warhammer in their Discord, okay? And then each team, I guess, they're not aware that they're all working together, but all pretending to hate each other all over the internet. I'm apparently always the one that knows what's actually going on, and everyone else is fucking stupid. I don't know what it is, but apparently that's what's happening here. Because then, like I said, you got Bells and Evermore over in Warhammer's gang, right? They don't realize that she's close to Steve DeLeve and fucking West Most and Tragic, and that they just streamed about me. So how does that gang all getting along now? Did Plate Gang and Forge Gang make up just to bring down the evil Queen of Karma and Alistair Mycroft? Are Tragic and Dark Ninja gonna make up so that this can all occur and you'll finally be able to end the Queen of YouTube? I guess we'll just have to stay tuned and find out, you know?
Corpse. Forge Gang. Alright. I don't condone this shit with these with this behavior.
What behavior? You literally made it all up. It's like think of it like this, right? So they put out that I abused and murdered my husband. And no one reacted to that. Like, no one was like, oh my God, we have to get the FBI over to Canada. So that didn't work. Okay. So they were very upset. So then they went with, oh, well, Queen is actually a domestic violence victim. And I didn't bite on that. We were just laughing about it, mainly in private, till today, right? Because I was busy. So they started to freak out, and they were like, what else can we do? How do we get the whole internet really riling together again to take down this awful Queen woman? I know what we'll do. We're going to say that she's going to stream with a pedo again. Because in the past, they have actually had someone that I have streamed with charged with 100 counts of CP. We're not sure still to this day if that person is innocent or if these people framed them because they streamed with me. I've even been in contact with the courthouse now. Apparently, there's some shit going on, and that may be able to explain why I Am Dina has been freaking out all over the internet with Heartbeat's vanity again. Because once again, I am the only one that apparently knows everything that's fucking going on, because nobody else has eyes out here. Nobody else knows how to listen. Nobody else does their fucking research. Nobody else knows the sociology of groups and how mob mentality works or anything on this whole entire fucking drama, whole point community. I am the only fucking one. The one and only. So, that might explain some things. But there is not much you can do other than laugh. So that's what we do here.
I don't condone a grown 25-year-old single man that dresses up as a Pokemon, literally talks about sex toys and has the word diddler written on his wall, watches underage movies that are intended for little children, and he's in his 20s.
Yeah, you're not allowed to like any kind of kid stuff, guys. Yeah. So, Warhammer, you know how you're named after a game? Yeah, that game was actually made for kids. All of the video games that your buddy Niccolo plays there, they were all made for kids too, dude. So, you better go throw out everything in your room, bro. You and Niccolo and DJ Keem and Dark Ninja and Bells gotta go get rid of every single toy you have, every stuffed animal you have, every game that you have that isn't rated R, okay? Or rated 18 plus. Or else I'm going to have to start showing all of the times that Niccolo has played a game on his platform made for kids and use your theory that he was a predator along with you, Bells, and your best buddy, Sue, because guess what? Even that Dead Man's game, that was actually also made for kids. It's not made for adults. Most of the video games made for kids. So there, if it's not rated like this, then you better never touch it ever again. I don't want to see one stream of you doing a game that's rated like that. So Spider-Man once he was doing Chomo, right? Because Spider-Man, it's the superhero shit. They're made for kids. It's for kids. You're not allowed to like superheroes. Makes you a Chomo. Warhammer is spoken. Forge gang. Better listen to your gang leader over there.
Is talking about pedophilia shit and has pictures of underage children on his Twitter, Alistair Mycroft, and is going to go on a stream with a mother, a almost 30-year-old mother.
An almost 30-year-old mother. Oh, look at that. Even though I announced everywhere it's my 37th birthday, and we literally, this asshole couldn't even take 2 seconds to find out how old I was. And my birthday was yesterday. But we should definitely listen to these people when it comes to their research about people. Oh, yeah, for sure. I celebrated my 37th birthday yesterday, and by today, they didn't know how old I am. So, obviously, very legit, very intelligent people.
I'm sorry, almost 40-year-old mother, 37-year-old mother that has a 10-year-old kid, and the kid is...
Damn it! My kid has gained 2 more years onto her age. I have literally told you people 100 times that she's going on 9. 100 times. You have Bells. You and Sue literally streamed my daughter's birthday and made fun of it with Hypa. Y'all streamed it and made fun of her birthday party. And you still can't figure out how old she was. Jesus. These are the people that you guys take advice from on who to be on the internet. This group of people. You let these people tell you that you're allowed on the internet or not allowed on the internet, and that you can cover lol cows or not cover them. These are the people. These people. The Forge gang and the Plate gang and the Bodega and Bells and Draven. And I'm the crazy one? Okay.
Is already abused,
I must be
is
the
being
problem.
abused by both parents as it is being yelled at.
Now we're both abusing our kid. I was an awful parent. First I put my kid on camera, and that's bad. Then I hogged the camera from her, and that's bad. I mean, Bells really did a great job calling me out.
Mistreated as it is, and is already a magnet for bullying.
Why would she be a magnet for bullying? My daughter is the most popular kid. All right? She isn't as stupid as you are. All right? You're far more retarded, even today, than my daughter will ever be, Warhammer. So are you, Bells. You too wish that when you were going on 9, you were even half as intelligent as my daughter is. And you know what? She already has way more friends than both of you combined. She won't have to go on the internet and try to pick on people with trauma disorders using abuse to chase after them or make up that kids are being abused to get a rise out of people. You'll never catch my daughter doing that. Again, if I were you two, I'd try to be more like my little girl, less like you.
And, they're going to be talking about me. I'm just telling you.
Maybe she could teach
I
you how
don't
to
support this shit. I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm out of this fucking shit. Don't drag me into it.
No, you don't need to get out. You don't get to just say that. You don't get to imply further abuse and attack a child while claiming that you don't want to talk about children. Right? Because, I mean, you guys are also the ones that claim you're going to find my daughter when she's of age to ensure that she listens to all of your videos about me. That's a big threat, too. And I guess that's also supposed to scare me. Like, I'm supposed to be like, oh my God, when my daughter grows up and she sees a Bells of Nevermore video about me, she's never going to want to be my daughter ever again. Because these people have obviously never had loving families. I feel sorry for them. They don't know what love is. They don't know what unconditional love is. They don't know what proper discipline looks like. They don't know. They don't have kids. And like I said, what parents all over the internet love, we love to watch a childless person that writes books about children being beaten and sodomized within the very first page of the book. All right. We like them to give us advice on how to raise our children. We're going to take advice from someone like that over the people that my daughter has at her school. Right? Mm-hmm. I talk all the time out here about all the support that we have at her school and everything we're doing with her. Do you care to listen to any of that? No, you don't. Because the only thing that your little pea brains can ever pay attention to is drama. So if it doesn't involve drama, then it's boring, isn't it? Scam content's boring. It's Queen being boring again. She's talking about that 5D dimension cult. She's just being boring again. She's talking about flat earthers. That's boring. We only like to watch drama. And we just like to watch Shani get streamed about for 12 hours a day. Anything else is boring. Literally, that's all I see when I see you people. It just makes me laugh. I don't really know. But I've decided to go and find out what is this apparent proof. I mean, what makes Alistair Mycroft such a bad person? What is it? What is it? We need to know. I know, same. And that's what I mean. That's the funny thing. Same. For all of us over here, when I do the drama, that's when my people are going off, for fuck's sakes. Because the people over here are intelligent. And they find things like deep diving cults and deep diving the legalities of business and scams to be very interesting and fun. They think philosophy is fun. They like to talk about sociology, mob mentality, and research all that stuff with me. But again, if you have a low IQ, then you wouldn't understand all that. And if you're just coming on here just to be a mindless drone person and just stare at at a stream all day going, just taking in people spoon feeding you what to think and feel, right? Then anything other than drama would be boring to you. And that's what these people are. They all need a group. None of them are individuals. Bells pretends she's an individual, but she always has to be a part of a mob going after someone. That's not an individualist. A true individualist is someone like me who hates identity politics and refuses to make friends just to attack people out here or do anything else. Not someone that goes around looking for hate mobs as often as possible. But I think we do have to take a look at what is it that Mycroft has done? Because this is hilarious to me. Because I've been saying out here for 4 years that these people have been running around accusing people of being chomos, accusing me of gross things, right? And that they don't have proof and all this. And their whole thing is that I'm wrong. I'm a liar. They don't do that at all. They've never done that before, not once. And like always, in order to further prove that they're innocent, they then do the very action. So, for example, when I speak out about how they call cops and CAS on me, in order to prove everyone wrong and that I'm lying, they then call the cops to my house at 12 a.m. when I'm on a voice call with 10 credible people who can then speak out and say, yes, Queen's not lying about the cops coming. Or they end up in a Discord with someone like Ear Juice, who, even though him and I beef like crazy, there are some people out here that are like me. And even if they are beefing someone or don't like someone, they won't change their stance on the truth. And the one thing I will give to Ear Juice and He Jazz, those people, is that for the most part, as far as I'm aware, Ear Juice has always said, yes, Bells has called these places on Queen a bunch of times, all falsely, and brags about it. When asked, why did you do this? She says, oh, for fun, because I want to trigger her. It's fun to wake a little girl up at midnight with the cops on a school night just for my own amusement. But I really care about her kid. So it's not just me that's been sitting here saying this either. But the thing is recently their whole thing was that I made up predator claims, not them, right? I am the one that makes up people are predators. I apparently am the one that made the Zoom thread on Kiwi Farms. All right, Carrie and her mods accused me of this recently. So now we're randomly accusing someone else of being a chomo in order to prove that I'm the one that accuses people falsely of being a chomo. We have Warhammer accusing Mycroft falsely of being a chomo. I know, it's a lot to take in. And for you and me and those of us with a brain in our heads, we go, holy fuck, that makes no sense at all. Why the fuck would they do that? But again, we are not dealing with people that have high IQs. Okay, so nothing makes sense over here. Think of it like this. There's a bunch of these little wannabe web gangs all over the internet that all keep fighting each other and dragging other people into their messes. None of them are organized. None of them ever know what the fuck is going on. But they all know that they should all be real scared of me. So at all given times, we're going back and forth. That's really all you need to know. So why is Alistair Mycroft a pedo? I know, right? Exactly. I know. Oh, I can't believe that people keep... Why do you have an account of my mouth? Oh my god, that's like my mouth. There's nothing that tells anyone that it's my mouth, but I'll claim it as mine so I can make a big deal about your account all over the tubes. Why are you bullying me, Jules? It must be Jules. She's bullying me. Sorry. I had to play a character. I call her the real Carrie.
All right. For some reason, I'm not showing up when I turn the camera on. So I'll stop doing that. Alright, hey there, everybody. Forge game! Let's go! Now then, I found something interesting on Twitter. I was searching through Twitter a little bit here and there, and I came across Alistair Mycroft's Nambla Mycroft's little twatter. And I noticed some very inappropriate material, but I happen to notice that Alistair has been favoriting children's shows. So, Alistair Mycroft watches children's
God! How dare you! How dare you!
television shows. If you thought it was weird enough that he dresses up like children's toys and stuff that typically minors would have in their room, that he has in his room in his Fat Pikachu videos, he's favoriting children's movies and stuff.
What does that mean?
And also,
oh
he's got
God.
pictures of underage children.
Oh my God.
He's got pictures of underage children up on his Twitter. I'm just thinking, isn't that kind of weird that he's doing that? But, yeah, I just wanted to share with y'all that Alistair has pictures of
It's okay. Let Niccolo come and ask for feet pics. He's in my Discord. He's apologizing, and he's all like, "Queen, I am so sorry." He'll be all right.
Underage children on his Twitter feed, and he's also favoriting movies that typically children.
Why are you guys fighting with Grossly? Eh? Why is Forge Gang trying to drag Grossly into the drama? Bells won't like that, you know. Bells says that Grossly is not a part of the drama and that she and he are friends. So that wouldn't be good.
Watch, but you
gotta listen to the leaders of your gang. And that's John and Samantha. It's not Niccolo and whoever else.
Also seems to like. So I'm just wondering, Alistair, why are you putting up pictures of underage children on Twitter?
The pictures of underage children on Twitter is him saying, "Why do you have this child as your Twitter banner cover for Rick? Do you need to take a seat with Chris Hansen?" So it is Mycroft calling out someone for putting this as their border when it's probably not their kid or anything like that. But Warhammer here is too dumb to read this caption and realize that. So Warhammer posts this whole thing up. This is beautiful. Posts it up. Then he streams it. I'm no better myself right now because now I have it up on my channel, right? So it's okay for him to stream it, okay? But it's not okay for Minecraft to ask some creep why he has a kid up there. This is why If you are not working with law enforcement to do so, you should stop your predator catching bullshit on YouTube. All of you were told to stop this for 4 years now. You've been running around accusing anyone you can, especially parents, which is messed up. And then you go cry if someone accuses you of the same thing. Because they for example, they find Tragic's video of him with a bunch of kids going, "Where's my pee-pee?" And then people go, "Well, what the hell is this?" And then you got Tragic over there going, everyone's bringing up my kid. In the meantime, what are you all doing over here? What you doing, Bells and Warhammer? Because according to you, you're working for fucking Wes and them now, right, Bells? You're representing for Draven, too, according to you. So I guess we'll also see a big makeup between Dark Ninja, Tragic, and Draven in future. That should be good. Get the popcorn ready, people. Get it ready. How are you any better now, Warhammer, for putting a kid up on your stream? This is why you're an idiot, John. This is why you, Forge Gang, Plate Gang, the Bodega, Teacap, and all of you little wannabe predator catchers out there, most of you end up being predators out here on the tubes. We don't want you. We don't need you. Leave it up to the fucking authorities. If you think that a child's in danger, you don't make false calls to their house 25 times in 4 years, you idiots. You don't have Chris Hansen stream about how a kid's in danger, but no one should call CPS either. You call authorities and report it with the proof. That's another thing. You better have the proof. It's funny because you can be out here calling everyone a predator without proof, and then when we turn around and go, well, you seem obsessed with it, why the fuck are you being so predatory? You go, where's the proof? You first! You're the ones out here pointing fingers, calling everyone chomos, claiming they're attacking your kids and kids you know and blah, blah, blah. In the meantime, you're all out here attacking everyone else's. Saying people touch their own kids and shit. Get mad at people for calling out predators having kids as their banner. What's that about, Warhammer? Why are you mad at Mycroft for calling out a bad person for having a kid as their banner? That's sus. Bells, why are you always associated with people who seem to have a problem, though, with those that call out predatory behavior? You ever look into why Kaylee and Joyce Sparkles actually got into their argument? Might shock you.
Yeah. I just wanted to share with y'all that Alistair has pictures of underage children on his Twitter feed.
Again, context matters. Oh, Lordy.
And he's also favoriting movies that typically children would watch, but he also seems to like.
Oh my God, again. He likes kids' movies. He shared a poster. I bet you that says something too. I wasn't really paying attention to that one, to tell you the truth. Maybe we should go back. What was the actual post? Hey, do you show it? Hey.
I happened to notice that Alistair...
Oh. A horror movie I always recommend to people. Obviously, a joke.
Has been favoriting children's
That's what it is. Are you kidding me right now, John? That's a joke, right? This whole stream's a joke. You're going to be like, haha, I'm just joking. I didn't actually mean it. Haha. A horror movie I always recommend to people. And he posts this poster, again, as a joke. And that's supposed to prove that he's a predator, along with the fact that he called out someone for having a random kid as their cover. That's the evidence.
Children's shows.
Yep, no, that's it. Awesome. Fabulous job, John.
Typically,
another great detective work done by John and Samantha Valken crew, ladies and gentlemen.
Children would watch.
Bells, you should also send Malice Black this. And you should tell her that, me and this guy are gonna stream on Saturday. And she also has to save me and my kid from that. Because, oh boy. Bells should post pics of her cats. Here's the thing. Bells did post some pics of her cats on social media, and people have saved them. Suit actually downloaded one off of her Instagram and used to send it around to everyone. If you post that picture up, Bells will actually attack you for doxing her cats. I had to warn Niece Lone Wolf about this. Niece Lone Wolf shared it on a community tab. I was like, oh girl, you done fucked up now. Now you're a doxer. Now you've doxed Belle's cats. I mean, she publishes a book in her first and last name. And then when you use her first name, you doxed her. She's like Carrie in that sense. Carrie's also claimed that I've doxed her now. Because I said her real name and I tagged her hashtag. It was her full name in a video I made about her. Because at the time, that was her actual tag on YouTube. It was her full name. So she's all like, see, Queen's a doxer. That's how these people work. That's the little games that they play. And if you don't know that, you might go, oh my God, this person's a doxer. But if you pay attention, do a little digging, little research, look at the history that these people have of what they accuse, then you quickly realize. Doxer cat? Yeah, doxer cat. It was a huge thing. She got mad at Soup for it at one point. Then she got mad at me for it. She got mad at, I think, even Thor's son in our Discord. She also got mad at him, I believe, for it at one point. I had to warn Niece. Me and Niece don't usually get along, but I was kind of like, girl, you're going to get called a doxer now because you just share this picture of this bitch and her cat. Literally, that's how she gets people. Or she goes on a stream and she promotes her book and goes, I don't care if my first and last name gets spread out there. And then when someone calls her Samantha, she goes, you doxed me. She's made up by doxed her family members I didn't know she had. First it was me, then it was my husband, then it was just done in our Reddit. Then I doxed her proof of her veteran status. But then that didn't work because everyone had shared that all around, including her and her own friends. So then they were like, oh shit, guess we have to change that story. So then it went back to I doxed her and her whole family again. It changes. The narrative has changed out here so many times. We often joke about how we cannot keep up with the lore.
But he also seems to like. So I'm just wondering, Alistair, why are you putting up pictures of underage children on Twitter?
Why are you putting up pictures of underage children on your live stream?
Could it be that he's got something sexual for that?
Could it be that you and Bells have something sexual for that? Especially since the lady literally wrote a book and in the first page, a little boy gets beaten and sodomized? And then it's a whole book about child abuse that she used to send out to people to try to trigger them on purpose.
Could it
And now you got really mad it didn't work on me, huh, Bells? Oh, I'm so sorry for that.
be that Nambla Croft has a sexual fetish for underage minors?
So I guess this is when we find out that Warhammer and Bells have a sexual fetish for underage minors, because they post about my daughter almost every single day and have for the last week straight. Why are you so obsessed with an underage minor for? You bunch of chomos.
I think he does.
I think that they do.
And I think that he is a very sick, twisted, and perverted person.
And I think that they are both very sick or stick, whatever he said there, twisted and perverted people. And so is anyone that associates with them and supports all of their false accusations about literally half the internet at this point. These people are a fucking problem. Hey, Isaac, are you aware that these are the people that helped spread around your false Jobo claims? And now you're here helping them? I knew Tragic was stupid. I was giving you a little bit more benefit of the doubt. I thought Strawberry Douche and them would help you out a little bit more. Once again, I guess we're just letting the losers blow in the breeze to see what happens.
Alistair Mycroft is a pedophile. And on that note, you have a good...
And on that note, you have a good one. And that is the proof, ladies and gentlemen. That is the proof that we need to now be worried for my daughter. Not only because we're apparently all getting beaten in this house by my husband, who's murdering pets left, right, and center. I mean, they get in the door and he just snaps their necks the second we walk in with them. It's awful, I tell you. Awful. All of the dead hamsters and cats these people have fucking thought up. Their mind is just full of a gravesite for pets at this point. No wonder why they can't think of anything intelligent anymore. You got dead cats on the brain and birds and shit. So, you know, we're in a lot of trouble over here because we're being abused, apparently. My husband's murdering animals in front of us as torture and torturing us. And Mycroft watches a video, made a joke. He did it. The funny thing is, this whole time, I was under the impression that they at least had some proof that Mycroft does actually enjoy at least a Disney movie or something. But all they got is that what we just saw? That was it? That was all? A joke he made about a kid's show being a horror movie and him calling out another person for putting a random child as their banner? That's what you're showing to me? I can see that this is also being promoted by Westmost, isn't it? It has to be. It has to. Only TCAP could be this stupid. I'm having a hard time believing that there are so many stupid people out here. I really do want to believe that people out here are good and intelligent and they do research and they don't just have some streamer tell them what to think and I'll act like sheep. But I mean, you guys just keep proving me wrong, and I'm very upset. I'm just very upset. Hello. No, this isn't Westmost, but you know, wherever there is a false Chomo claim, you know that Westmost is not far. That has been proven over and over again over the past few years. He will be right there in the bushes, along with Tragic and Nags. They'll all be just hugging each other, hoping something goes down. People are dumb. People are dumb. But at least we are all here to laugh at it. Oofy Doofy! The Oofy Doofy gang!
Doofy Doofy.
Oofy Doofy!
Forge gang! I am still a heart man!
Part of the Oofy Doofy gang. So, yeah, I'm, being beaten. My daughter's being beaten. Abused women are always allowed to share their opinions openly on live streams on YouTube as often as possible and write as many community tab posts as they want. You know that men who abuse their women are not at all controlling. So obviously it's the truth about my husband, obviously. And he's out here murdering cats and hamsters nonstop. And then not only that, but I'm going to stream with Mycroft on Saturday, and that too is going to put my daughter in danger somehow. Yep. I have not played that on stream. I am saving that for Saturday. I might add a little bit to it. I'll show you, don't worry. Tiny Dagger Condom refuses to sell to Warhammer. He does sell to Bells, though. Yeah, we hear she puts one on her clit. That way, Apollo does not give her AIDS from the other 30 women that he is fucking back home in his homeland. Because, you know, Bells has a husband that is not white. Oh my God, if I can't date a guy that's half native without being called a dirty race mixer, what does that make Bells? Yeah, Bells is with a black dude, apparently, according to her. She's married to one. No one's ever seen him or heard him. There's no proof of anything other than a marriage certificate that anyone can forge. No problem whatsoever. Very easily make a fake one of those. But she posted that up as proof, so must mean that she's married. The hamster deserved it. Signed Decat. Yeah, a race mixer. So Warhammer and these people are very, very racist. They do not like white women, especially, that have sex with men that are not fully white. Okay? And my husband's not fully white. So they have a problem with that. And then they also have a problem with me saying that he has native blood in him because he has pale skin and red hair. You know, the racism stuff. They don't understand the fact that Native Americans were like whitewashed here over several fucking generations of being raped and thrown in residential housing and schools. Yeah, they talk about how they understand racism in the USA, but apparently they don't understand racism here in Canada and the fact that here in Canada, it's Native Americans that are oppressed. Right? I'm 100% racist against YouTube trolls. You're allowed to be. You're allowed to be. See, these people want to be trolls, but they're not trolls because they don't have any intelligence. They don't know how to be funny, no senses of humor. I don't find it a troll to go around trying to like purposely upset someone and then dox their family members and stuff. Like, that's not a troll to me. Okay? I would rather watch Desperado take down Shanny any day than watch a bunch of idiots out here doxing and swatting each other and calling that trolls. So I've never understood that, even being a troll, but that's what these people do. So you gotta love them for it. Everyone around here is going to have a really, really fun time. If you are planning on trying to cause problems, you know, I don't know if you'll get very far. You haven't gotten very far the last 4 years, to the point where we are now bouncing back and forth between who's being abused out here and who's a chomo, so much that I don't even think you guys remember your own rules. So according to you, posting a picture up of a child makes you a chomo, and then you literally stream one. So I don't fucking know. Do you understand your own rules, John? Are you Forge Gang people going to be okay? So, you know, I don't know if you're going to get that far. I don't understand the point in trying to upset me all the time. But actually upset me, not just get like a funny triggered rant out of me. Actually upset me, because I feel like you guys get mad when I'm like not suicidal, and it's very strange. You need to go see a therapist about that. It's a very strange thing. Very strange thing. I'm just saying, they are horrible trolls. All of them are. Oh, all of them. He was calling a lol cow mean while I'm making fun of him. Yeah, all of them. All of them are a problem. All of them. They'll hang out together. The good news is they are all the same group of people and have been since the beginning, as I have been sitting here and saying this entire time. So to me, all of this does is, again, just keep proving me right and right and right. You know? You know? Mixed babies all over the place. Make Warhammer and Forge Gang upset by being a white woman and going and fucking a black man tonight if you're single, ladies. Give them a real big fuck you. You really want to mess with them? Get pregnant by a black man. Go hit up BGTV or Yato the Petty God and go get yourself some black dick tonight. And then no matter where you are or what you're doing, I hope that you all have a fabulous day. Damn it, Spurg, why do you come in at the end? Should have been here at the beginning. We were having a grand time. I even mentioned for a second about how you were the first one to ever cover me and that you're feeling left out. Spurg wants to know why no one ever reaches out to him to talk about me, huh? Hey, how come he doesn't get any interviews? How come he doesn't get to be YouTube famous out here? Huh? As the first person to cover me ever on the platform? He wants to know why. Feel like you owe him 4 years now. 4 years of interviews. I'm almost not even going to talk to any of you until you go and give Spurg the clout that he so truly, truly deserves. How dare all of you? They might want to bang your dad then. Maybe. I wouldn't put it past them. I just hope that maybe one day Warhammer will get monetized out here so he can finally take Nicola out on their first date and not have to borrow money from Mommy. I think she's still mad about him almost setting Nana's swing on fire there, so he's got to make his own money for the date. Honestly, sweetheart, we're going to always be laughing at you, John. You're not going to be able to stop me. See, the problem is that you and your friends already screwed around with me or tried to screw around with me so much that there is no getting out now. And I warned you that once you hook up with Bells and really get into the nitty-gritty of trying to gay up everyone on the internet alongside Tragic and Teacap and them, well, then it's just it for you. And then you become a laughing stock to all of us. And we are all going to laugh at you because it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. He's a 20-year-old Navy vet. Yeah, a real one. A real one who's worked with real Marines. Were those Marines at Desert Storm by any chance, Errant? You know, I'm just wondering. I know, right? Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Exactly. Did you guys know that this is the most triggering account apparently on all of YouTube? An account called Yeah with a mouth as its picture. Literally. This makes people for some reason. I don't know why. I'm apparently the crazy one. I think it's hilarious. So, I don't know. But then also, I could put up with Bronx Beats and Carlos. So, maybe I just have a knack for dealing with trolls. I don't know. But I'm having a hard time understanding why this is so triggering. I have people open up accounts of my mouth, my eyes, my nose, my whole face as me. They use my first name. They use my last name. They make accounts as my abusive ex. And then they pretend to be advocates against domestic violence while they're trolling everyone in an account, literally, of my abusive ex that's passed away. So they're also technically like shitting on the dead here. Real good karma for all these people coming, I promise you. They don't even need it from me. They're just going to bring on some badass karma on themselves that's going to have nothing to do with me just because of how they live. Was just trying to be supportive. I think that it's a very positive statement. Yeah. I don't know how you could ever get mad at someone just saying, yeah, you know, like there's a lot of ways to say it. I could come up with several. I've never gotten mad at the word yeah. I don't understand. You should make another one with just YA. And maybe flip the mouth upside down. Make it look like the Titanic. And then see if people flip out over that. Just for fun. Since apparently out here on the internet, all we're all doing is just wasting our lives away, all trying to make the other one upset all day long. I'm apparently the only person on the entire platform that doesn't give a fuck enough to play that game. So, I mean, if it works, it works. Sometimes there's a good thing about just existing and making people mad, I promise. You always make the proper people mad because good people don't get mad at happy people existing. So anyone that's going to be pissed off as you is probably a shit person. So you want them to be mad. That's what you want. Don't flip. You are ugly enough. Well, that was rude. Sex frobs. Don't mind sex frobs. She just hasn't had her Ambien that we are apparently all prescribed over here. Her Adderall. Because when you have a severe mental health issue, it's Adderall that you take. Yep, you take Adderall. A little bit of projection there, Carrie. I think you kind of messed up when you brought up your prescription over here, but maybe that's just me. Anyway, I think it's really funny when people try to like make up stories. Don't let these people stress you out. As you see, they're just all flailing around. What they do is they just throw shit at a wall and hoping something sticks. Or it will upset you or something. Again, I'm not really sure like why upsetting someone is a win. I've never really understood that because then whenever they do upset someone, like look at Gigi taking them to court and shit. Or like Sam taking some of these people to court. Or like when Harvard took RSN to court. You know, when they actually do get a reaction like that from someone and they end up in court, all of a sudden they fall apart and they play victim. So I don't know what they're doing, what the goal is, but none of us do. And it's kind of better that way. I'd rather be over here and not know what they're doing sometimes than be near them. So we're on the right side over here. She hasn't had her daily penis in her mouth pill yet. That might be it. That cost a whole lot extra, she says. They run away with their tail between their legs. They do. They do. They're all very tough internet web gangsters that are full of threats and weaponizing personal information or conversations they've had. Like if you're in a Discord with them and you're talking about yourself at all, I've already warned you guys, they're screenshotting that and they're putting it in file folders. I mean, even Carrie and them do it. Look what happened to 21. The second she left there, Auntie Jessie had a whole folder of every single thing she had ever posted in that Discord. Why? Because you bitches were already collecting. That's why. You're not dealing with newbies over here. You're not dealing with new people to the internet that have never ever experienced the hate mob before. Never have been. You make stupid mistakes like that. You was too quick. Should have waited a few days before you came out with all those screenshots. Very noticeable that you already collect file folders, Carrie, of what everyone says in your little Discord. I know how you grimy gay oppers work. I've been around you for 4 years. Gotten into fights with all of you and left most of your communities and told you all to fuck off. And then you run off and play a victim of mine. Same thing over and over again for 4 years. That's why I keep saying, aren't you getting bored yet? Maybe stop gay opping everyone, and then we won't have to keep doing this. Maybe stop keeping these file folders on people like Onision taught you to do. Because that's where you got that from, and that's scary enough as it is. Well, Onision told me to keep file folders of everyone in the community, and then when they leave, you can just... Yeah, CJ explained that all to me one time. I know how y'all work. Seen it, been there, done that, had it done to me, refused to do it to all of you back, and now you still cry. Don't know why you keep doing it, though. Like I said, you come out here, it's like that Malice Black bitch. She's like, we're going to expose Queen. We're going to take that bitch down. We're going to get her. I'm going to post up everything she's ever done. And I'm going to interview Bells and Nevermore and a bunch of people. All the people that were in that fucking documentary on her, we're all going to go after her. And then as soon as she literally sees like one person comment to me that used to be in her community under a post, she writes a whole post all like, find Queen, make your video about me then, you big bully. How dare you come into a chat and then say a word to me and make me upset when I'm streaming. And then how dare someone comment to you about me? That must mean you're making a video. I'm over here like I've never once announced I'm making a video on this bitch. She literally just created me making a video on her out of thin air to like try to combat whatever bullshit she wants to spew out next. Because she had a bunch of her people leave their community when she doxed people in her Discord. She's scared it's going to get out. There's a reason why she went to go find Carrie. Left that bitch's Discord, which doxed someone too. Took everyone with me that went in there with me. That's what tends to happen. But now all of a sudden she's the victim. Right? It's like how Carrie's my victim, all of our victim. She's the one that opened a thread with a bunch of psychos from the boy and people that are known for attacking people and mob attacks and swatting and doxing and threatening lawsuits and shit. She wanted to fill her whole community up with those people, open up a thread on me, and then when I call her out for it, she turns around and tries to pretend like I'm the one attacking her. Excuse me? You're the one that opened the thread, tough girl. You were the one that said you're going to turn me into a log cow, tough girl. And that was when you were still coming and asking me for advice to my face. Being a fake bitch. Coming into Discords going, all my mods are fighting and I can't deal with it. What do I do, Queen? And Auntie and all of you, what do I do? Can you give me advice, please, on how to deal with my mods? They're awful. That Silent Sledge is an awful person. One of the worst people ever. I just don't know how to get them to quit. I wish all of them would just quit and stop being mods. And it was like, okay, like, we'll try to help you, but... And now, all of a sudden, it's all like, oh my god, they're all over the internet chasing me around and bullying me. They won't leave me alone. It's like, you're the one that literally made a thread and threatened to make me into a lol cow. So if you're gonna come over here making threads and shit, hooking up with really gross people, all right, to attack me, don't cry when I say check out this person making threads and hooking up with gross people to come attack me. It's a problem. All right. And there's covering LOL cows. And there's getting involved. And you people got no business telling people that they can't report people. Carrie and her people are out here saying, oh, you guys, you can't report anyone. I know that we're doing a whole fucking petition with Drader to get Shanny deplatformed, but you're not allowed to report anyone. At the same time, her little buddy Malice Black and her friends are getting fucking Carly's mom almost fired from her job and getting that family almost evicted out of their fucking apartment when there's a small child the mom's looking over. Her child, which, as far as I can tell, might be due to this poor woman being raped, which they also attack her for. Why? Because she has a disability and they wanted to fuck around with someone with a disability on the internet for a while. Girl's not a predator like Cyrax or like Chris Chan or even like Warhammer with the things he's said or Bells. All right? She's just somebody that they bully and control on the internet and send around to go after people. So who's not allowed to report who? Do you mean you're just not allowed to report people to YouTube, but it's totally fine if you pick up if you pick up your phone and call someone's landlord then? Is that what you're saying? It's funny the rules you all make, you break. Can you just make rules that maybe you don't break just for one day? I beg you, one time. You've been doing this shit since you were all anti-O people, okay? Can you just calm down? Try and grow up a little bit? Like, want to come over here and talk to me about growing up? Well, you're doing all the same shit that you were doing back in 2019. I'm not, but you are. You know? Wes can't repost Chris. It's the law. Report or repost. Wes doesn't want to report Chris Hansen. Wes was actually helping him. One sec, sweetheart. Wes was actually helping him rip everybody off. He just doesn't want everyone to know that. There's a reason why people flip out here. It's just funny to me that no one was ever like, why are there so many of these weird people like attacking some woman on the internet with 200 subs? Like, thanks for getting me over 2K though. I appreciate you all. All of your attacks did that. I hope you're all very proud of yourselves. But this is what I mean. There's covering a cow and then there's jumping in the poo. There's being a lol cow and there's turning someone into one. And you can't turn someone into one. And I don't think it's okay to go after a normie and poke. If they're not already out here acting up, why are you then trying to get people to act up so that you can cover them? That makes no sense. Like, we got enough people out here acting up where we don't need to push people who aren't acting up into doing so that you have content. I think if that's what you're out here doing for content, you should have logged off a long time ago. You like have no right to even be on here as a channel. Do you not realize there's like whole ass fucking threads of people that are already considered lol cows? And if you want to cover that, you could cover hundreds of people. Like, you really have to go find someone with hardly any subs and try to poke and push at them and bother their home until they tell you off and then play some victim to make them into a cow? How does that even work? I don't understand how people keep falling for this shit. How are you people not watching people like that going, whoa, this lady is insane attacking. This able-bodied woman is nuts for attacking this disabled person who can't think above the age of 12. And there was that predator, like I said, she ain't out here doing anything illegal. So why? Okay, you had a little bit of drama. A little bit of a beef, did ya? Oh, well, I'm sorry, but who the fuck made you queen of the lol cows where every single time you get into a little beef with somebody on the interwebs, all of a sudden they're a cow. At least when I'm beefing people on the interwebs, they were already put on Kiwi Farms or the LOL Cow site as a fucking cow before I got on here. Real Stream News included, who had his whole of his shit fucking doxed on LOL Cow about 2 or 3 years before I ever logged on the internet. And now you people want to claim I doxed his Nana? Buddy called his Nana to come pick him up after he raped a girl in a fucking motel room and then tried to use her as a getaway driver. Think he doxed his own Nana. But Carrie has a bunch of people in her Discord right now going off about how I'm an awful person for doxing a guy's grandma. And guess who it is? It's Rachella and her friends. Guess who her friends are? The Voight scum and people like Heartbeat's Vanity. Guess who she's obsessed with? Real Stream News. Ask Raina. She gets doxed 500 times a year because of it. I don't understand how so many of you people claim to be intelligent as viewers, and you still let those people control you. Literally. Still let those people control you. You should not do that. Should not do that. I don't understand it. I don't understand how you let a bunch of scuzzy people that hang out with scummy predators on here tell you who should be on the internet and who shouldn't. And then you people want to talk about Kiwi Farms being bad? I'm sorry. Who's the one sucking up to Keffels? Get out of here with that shit. Saw right through that. Onion farms. Who are the onion farmers? At least kiwis smell better than onions, I'll tell you that much. You're all bitter, jealous, and you all stank. And honestly, that's all I have to say about that, because he said it all right here. Wannabe predators. But you ain't even smart enough to do it properly, because you've been trying to be a predator on my family for 4 years and you keep failing. So when does Roxo come then with that baseball bat?